Hello, and today we will be, welcome to Living Simply and Fun. It's been one of those days. Today we will be reviewing the Smoking Monk Hefeweizen from Drew Estate. Now, let's see. Okay, it is a Connecticut wrapper. That is the main thing. However, I did find this rather funny that what CI says about the Drew Estate. So I'm just going to share that. This is a cigar that should have debuted years ago, but there was just one problem. Beer. That's right, beer. You see, Jonathan Drew is a beer-chugging maniac. He loves this stuff. So one night, while knee-deep in the sauce, he came up with the idea of blending cigars to pair with different styles of beer. He immediately put the wheels in motion, but hit one major bump in the road. Binge drinking is hard.
Binge drinking. Let me see that. Is that what it says?
Yeah, I just
want
read
to
it.
look at this. This one probably should have been debated years ago, but there was just one problem. Continue talking, Aaron.
Well,
beer. That's right, beer. The Jonathan Drew is a beer-chugging maniac. He loves this stuff so... One night he came up knee-deep in the sauce. He came up with the idea of blending cigars to pair with different styles of beer. He immediately put the wheels in motion, but hit one major bump in the road. Binge drinking is hard. So
There's
it's
no need to
precisely
read the
pairing
rest.
tobacco with just a style of beer after tons of hard work.
Okay.
Hangovers.
Okay, forgot about the hangover
reap
thing.
the benefits. Simply pair each of these years. I was just thinking about some. By the way, this feels really nice in the hands. Not as nice as this. This feels like a little tank, by the way. You can actually...
I love mine.
You can feel the weight of that.
Yeah, I know. This I don't like
but
it as much.
But it's made of metal. Mine's made of metal, man.
So, anyways, I just thought that makes Jonathan Drew sound like an alcoholic that really, really needs to go through a 12-step program and needs some intervention.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say tonight, everyone, all you lovelies out there, that I have a couple Perdomos I've been saving. I thought about heading up the gas station later, finding me some beer with Aaron's help. He's got to get an energy drink in the morning, and pairing it with my Perdomos and doing a couple single reviews for you all.
Well, anyways, let's get on to this cigar.
Well, what do you think of my idea?
Maybe.
He can go home while I pair them up.
Wow,
you know?
this is, hey, smell your wrapper. It smells
Ooh.
cherry-ish.
This is a Hefeweizen?
Yeah, it smells like cherries.
Actually, it does.
That's interesting.
I've never had a
Sugary off
Hefeweizen.
the end, but it smells like cherries.
I've never had a Hefeweizen, by the way, but I can tell you my uncles had many of them, and wasn't it? No, it was my cousin was drinking IPAs the day we were there, right?
This is the strangest smelling Connecticut wrapper I have smelled. It's almost euphoric. It's I could just sniff this all day.
Then you would never get smoked.
Yeah, exactly.
Even halfway up, a third way up the cigar, you can still smell the sweetness.
And a dry puff kind of seems to bring it through too, but it tastes more like a peach and smells like a cherry. A chereech.
A cheroot? Is that what they call them? Cheroots?
No, that's a type of cigar. Basically, I think it's for a size of a natural
I would
handle.
like to try the CAO Cherry Bomb cigar.
Yeah, well, light yours up. I'd like to try that too. But the flavor sampler is cheap. $17, I think.
Yeah. Let me ask you all a question tonight, because I'm going to upload these as soon as this is done. We got 3 vids. Did we upload the other 2 recently?
No, we got to put them together and upload them.
Well,
of course, my friend Jason will probably be pissed because I've been gone all day, and now I want to relax with a cigar, and, well, of course, we need to do a video because I'm running out of cigars. So is Rita. And, therefore, it's just time to do a review. And he doesn't like the fact that I'm not talking to him on the phone tonight like I do most Tuesday nights.
Excuse me for
I'm
saying
gonna
this.
be busy
For
tomorrow.
some of you out there, you've known.
And, of course, since I'm going to upload 3 videos, he's going to assume that I did all 3 videos today and I was free and could have talked to him.
No.
I
was going to say is, for some of you out there, the guy he's talking about is selfish. And he always insults me on different grounds. We won't go there. So, I mean, let's just say it, It's just, the guy, in my opinion, now.
Oh, Retro Hail on this has a lot of those fruity notes, but with some nut. It's almost like granola. Like
fruity taste. It's like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah, this is
the old
interesting.
80s fruit roll-up,
And I don't think that this would go with a Hefeweizen, but maybe. What did you do to the end of yours? It's
good. You got to remember, I don't have good eyes anymore.
I know.
He always reams me a new one about the end. Sorry, but if some of you don't know, I can't see in this eye very well, and my hearing's going so in this one. I want to ask you all a question tonight. I know I won't get any answers tonight unless we upload these tonight. Hopefully we will on our dog walk or start uploading the first two.
While this is
Here's my question for you tonight. My birthday present is coming, from myself. And my question to you all is, if, for example, you're buying a computer, do you do reviews on it? Because I saw one place that had great reviews and another place that had just horrible reviews. It was like every machine was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like, maybe you can...
Well, the interesting thing also is the place that's getting the good reviews is a website that we trust. We used them before numerous times. The other one, we can't even log in after changing our password to a brand new password 3 different times. It still says it's an invalid password even though we just changed the password. And they're closed at like 4 o'clock Pacific time or Eastern Standard Time. So
it's like
yeah,
8 hours, 5
so
to
they
1.
close at like 1 o'clock our time. So like, when is it that I'm going to get a hold of them? Because they're on Eastern Standard Time. Unless I, call them around my lunch or something. Well, their lunch, I'd still have to get up early.
The only reason why I chose this one is just for you guys out there is I live in Washington State, and I don't think internet should be taxed. Well, one company charges the one that we've used, except they don't. Now they charge in your dad's state, Ohio, by the way. So he stopped going through them. So I was looking for another company, and I found the cheapest one. It was $5 cheaper than the one we were going through, but there's no sales tax. So I'm wondering what's the deal, So, Aaron, can you translate it so we can cut this video short of what I'm asking?
You're basically asking, I suppose, if your reviews are mixed and bad one site and good the other site, does that mean that the computer's probably good, just bad from the one place, like they have a bad computer batch or something? Let
me ask you this. When you buy a cigar, you see nothing but negative, crappy reviews. And you go out and smoke it. And you're like, damn, this is a good cigar. I don't know why people don't buy it. Yet, do you go out and buy the computer brand and, for example, take a chance and find out if it's crappy or not? I know there's a good return policy, but still,
well, I know there's at least one cigar that Rita likes where everybody says it's like one of the best, and I know at least 2 people now who do not like that brand. Actually, I know 3 people who don't like it.
Is that the Padron?
Yeah.
Well, you said Rita likes.
I said there's at least one brand out there that everybody likes, but Rita doesn't.
Ah.
And I said that I know at least 1 or 2 others who don't like that brand either. It's Padron.
Yes. It's flavorless.
Yet, that's almost like cigar suicide to say, oh, I hate Padron.
I didn't say I hated it. I've only tried one.
You've only tried one, but I know people who've tried numerous ones, and they both dislike Padron, too.
Well, it's like, for example, I know guys out there talking about cigars for a second that love Partagas but hate Cohiba. And there's people like Cohiba, but a lot of people are disliking Cohiba because of the high price, and they're getting crappier and shoddier.
And yet, one of our subscribers said for your birthday you should get a Padron. You've had a Padron. In fact, it was the same one, the 1926 or 1826.
Yeah, something like that. Serial number.
It was the 80-year.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was serial numbered. It was a $30-some stick.
And it wasn't even worth the money. So technically, no. If I'm going, and by the way, if I'm buying some cigars, and Aaron knows this already, I'm not going to tell you where. I might get me the J.C. Newman collection because I already got a confirmation about the case, remember? It's velvet-lined case, and it holds 3 cigars.
Well, you know already you like the Julius Caesar, so...
Yes, and I gotta get the other one done for Johnny Sticks, so...
Yeah.
This video is too long, so stay tuned.
We'll see you at the halfway point. Hello, welcome back to the halfway point of this Hefeweizen. I'll say that the cherry flavor seems to have dissipated, but not entirely. There's still a bit of sweetness that has that fruitiness to it that's just very pleasant. It's a fairly mild flavor, though. Real nice. There's kind of a nutty flavor that kind of accompanies in the background, too.
Ow, my neck. It's killing me.
When I get the hammer out, I'll make you think of your foot.
You are evil, you know that? Anyways, to me this tastes like little toasty notes with a hint of roasted nuts. Cherry's flavor's still there, but it's in the back. You know, it's on the back burner, basically. You can't taste it much, but it's there lightly.
You know, this has a lot more cherry in it than the CAO Cherry Bomb, I think it was, that I tried, the pipe tobacco. It wasn't very cherry. This is cherry.
Middleton's cherry ain't cherry either. I've tried Morecambe Rift cherry for like $20
Those are almost like artificial gross cherry. This is actually really good. This is closer to a maraschino sweetness. So, anyways, with all that said, let's get to the final third here and let you know how this is progressing.
Thank you. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the final third of the Smoking Monk Hefeweizen. So far out of the ones that we've reviewed, this is probably the best. Reminds me a lot of the La Diferencia Cubana. It's kind of got some strawberry flavors. Some in the final third, even though it was more of a cherry flavor in the first third. It's a very fruity flavored cigar. Although it's not infused.
I do want to say, for the record, I have never tried a Hefeweizen. I think I took a sip of one and I didn't like it.
I believe
when I was at the Outback Steakhouse with my uncle one time. I took him to dinner. I didn't like it, but then again, you know, I wasn't into beer much.
I believe Heineken and St. Pauli Girl are Hefeweizens. And you have drank both of those with me numerous times.
St. Pauli's a skunky beer.
Yes, well, most Hefeweizens are. And that's why I don't think that this would go very well with a Hefeweizen. But I have not paired it with one, so I can't tell you. Maybe it does go very well. One of my favorite beers out there.
I was just telling Aaron, when we get everything uploaded tonight, I'd like to go and get me a beer myself before bed because it sounds very tasty tonight.
This has been very smoky, very smooth, very creamy. Just overall fantastic and tasty. This is one that I would certainly rebuy from the Smoking Monk line.
In a 5-pack. I don't think, or a box. I don't think I could see it.
I wouldn't buy the sampler again just for this one.
Aaron and I were talking. We got 2 reviews left of Smoking Monk. I just know one's the Triple Belgian.
Triple Belgian and American IPA.
Yeah, the American IPA. We were just talking about that. I've had IPA beers. Story behind it before you hear it again about the American IPAs. One time I went down and I got my uncle and I went to the bar. He wanted to treat me. He got like his retro check from retirement or something. So we go down there, you know, disability to retirement. He got like $2 grand. He wanted to play pull taps and we were drinking some beer. And I drank an Irish Death. I was like, this ain't bad. The lady had 7 microbrew types of IPAs. One after the other. My uncle says, it tastes like coffee, and hands it off and asks for a Rainier. And then he takes the next one. Next you know, I'm staggering out of the damn pub going, and these were 7 pints. I got home, Aaron, he's just jamming away, I think, on the PS3, and I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Well, not only that, you lost your lunch outside, right outside the door in front of the owner, who's just like, leave it there. I don't care.
He was drinking a Coca-Cola at the time, or Mexican Pepsi. It was one of those Mexican sodas. It was Coke or Pepsi. I remember that. I think it was a Coke. So, anyways, too much information there. So
anyways, you got my recommendation on this. This is actually one that I find absolutely fantastic. It is a repurchaser, in my opinion, for myself at least. It has some unique flavors to it. And I guess with all that said, please add and subscribe, leave questions, comments, feedback, suggestions. If you have smoked this and you agree or disagree with our review, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Just keep it nice is all we ask. And enjoy every puff.